Well, we're back at it again. I think we're looking at a little gas zipper here. So this is, what is this little sucker, Betty? You've seen that? Mitsubishi Mirage. It's got G4, it's got 19 miles on it. We're just at the dealership shaking it down, test drive it real quick before we make the purchase. And yeah, he's just going to point around and paint the things. Let's see what's on
Hey guys, so we are going to show you our newest toy. It is a 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. So a little backstory. Our oldest has a pickup truck that is crazy expensive in gas. And we have been looking for a while now on getting something that is a little bit better on gas mileage, just basically for the whole family. He will probably be the one that drives it the most. He takes the kids to school and stuff like that. And then he will commute next year for college. But we went through all options. Auctions, buying, a beater car outright. And it was like, how long are these going to last us? What are we going to get from an auction? We went through the used car stuff. And Brian found this a few hours away from the house. Same kind of price range as buying a used car anyway with decent mileage. Came with a lifetime powertrain warranty and 41 miles per gallon, which is awesome. So went and checked it out and scooped it up. But the even better part about the whole thing is that while we were signing all the paperwork, if any of you guys are familiar with like that end part, they kind of offer you all different options. Like you can get gap insurance, you can get, if they offer like the car seat stuff that keeps it so it doesn't get stained and things like that. That's kind of the time that you can add anything to it. And the very last thing on there was a lifetime bumper-to-bumper warranty. So not only did the car first initially come with lifetime powertrain, so we weren't going to get any extra warranty because we were just going to go with like the factory warranty. I think it was like, what it ended up being, like 50,000 or 100,000 mile. I don't remember. Yeah. What their just standard one is without buying extra. 5,000, but no,
5 years anyway, something.
We're like, that'll be good because lifetime powertrain, whatever. But once they offered that, like, who wants to pass up lifetime bumper to bumper? So out the door, that ended up costing, I think it's going to be about $3,400. But if you think about it, when you buy an extended warranty, you're in that $3,000 price range anyway, and it runs out at like 100,000 miles. This will never run out. So the funny thing is, Brian always says that he'll be like 95 and being like, fix my car. Well, the cool thing is that we put it in our kid's name too, so he hopefully lives a heck of a lot longer than that, and the car will just live on. So let's get to it. So this is the tiny little engine. It does not do crazy things. It's not super fast. You can't get on it and it goes really, really fast. It kind of is that little sound and stuff. I don't know a darn thing about the engine.
It's a 3-cylinder, I think 75 horses. On our drive home from Minnesota, we were averaging about 40. I've been driving the car the last couple of days for stuff, but I'm not going far enough, and I've been seeing 35. But it's lifetime everything, so it didn't care. It's got, for what it is, for a little cheap, what you would honestly think is a throwaway car, it has all sorts of whistles and bells, a rear view camera.
And this particular model is a limited edition. So Brian likes his lights, so this one does have fog lights.
No, none of these had fog lights.
I thought they did.
It's got a slot. I was going to see if I can put it on there. I put our light bar on it.
Well, it doesn't have fog lights.
But it came with aluminum wheels. They say steel could hold air a little better, but I just went with this, I just liked the way it was on there. But it's a plain Jane car for...
So it has backup camera, Bluetooth.
Why don't you open the door here and stuff. Well, I guess I should have get the key and turned it on, but it's rudimentary. But it still has touch display, which you would have, it's what I read online after reading it. After we got it on the forum, I found some Mitsubishi forum. It says the buttons are a little harder to push, but this isn't your Cadillac or frickin' Lincoln Navigator, but it's still very nice. Everything worked pretty fine. AC gets cold. I got no problem going 80 up and down our interstates. and getting 35, 40 miles per gallon on it. You can't beat it. It's like get a side-by-side or a little car that I could drive you around.
So it's got a decently sized screen here. Hold on, because this is probably...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so the screen is pretty decent. It's not started though.
No, I mean we can open the door if we want to. Let's shut this off real quick here. Oh yeah, perfect.
So it has like Bluetooth capabilities.
Which is nice. I just
it is
my
nice. The one thing that they did say, which we haven't really messed too much with this, our son did more of it. But they said like with Android, you can only do like one. We haven't messed with it to try to add our phone, so I don't know.
It added quickly. There's 10 slots.
Oh, perfect.
So you can add yours next time you drive it and stuff.
Okay, perfect. Oh, there you go. So I don't know why he said that you couldn't.
It worked fine, and it was simple to pair them.
Yep. It works with like Android Auto and the iPhone, you know, to do maps and stuff like that. Like Brian said, everything's not like runs nice air and gets cold and all that. You've got all your buttons up here. This will like run, you know, your phone, your Bluetooth, and the radio. This runs your
cruise control.
This is the wipers, and your lights are on here. The one thing is that you do have your gas tank. To open your gas tank, it's this button down here. And then obviously to open your hood.
I was gonna buy WeatherTech anyway, but we got them for the same price you would online. And the one thing I did notice about the WeatherTech in here is that Trevor said it first, and when I filled it up yesterday, it sits a little tight on your finger, so I might cut this down a little bit just to give me access to this, which you just go under it a little bit, you know, but it did, you know, so it does, it's just a little different right now, but that was the only thing we bought extra, and we didn't,
right,
we bought it ourselves.
We
didn't finance it with the thing. I just paid outright that day, but WeatherTechs are great. Huskies are good. Like I said, this is what they had, and we just went with it. Just because I knew that we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff with the kids, and this is our family runner. We're going to run the wheels off it. I was like, when the paper was going through, the first part of the paperwork said 999,000 miles or like 11,000 years or something stupid like that, or 1,000 years. I'd have to relook at the paperwork.
11.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, what is this? 900. I'm like, so what happens when I hit 1 million miles? Because that's the goal. I'm going to try to run the wheels off this thing. And he's like, oh, no. He's like,
come see him in 111 years.
Yeah, and then, but he showed me on the actual paperwork where it said unlimited everything. And so our 2020 Yukon we bought in May of 2020 has a lifetime powertrain warranty, but GM makes you pay $100 every time you go there. Mitsubishi didn't have that aspect. We just show up, they'll give us a loaner. I mean, and that's on every car. I told them when we were buying it.
You got your caution lights up here. You have like a USB sort of port here. You have, kind of like your cigarette lighter port there. Glove box. Ours came with this little neat little thing. It's got an air chuck in it and first aid kit and all the paperwork. So that's kind of cool. I think that's most of. There's a cup holder here in the middle, and then you have 2 cup holders here in the front.
The doors all end up having them in the door and stuff. And I want to say the backs might too. No, the backs don't, but the you actually have your little center one you could use if you needed it and stuff. Pop the trunk, babe. For what this is, so the hatchback's 22 inches shorter than the sedan. But look at this freaking trunk.
Yeah, so
this is a 2.5 person trunk, man, like the old Cadillac days.
The trunk is pretty spacious.
Jesus.
So these are the mats that you would get if you didn't get WeatherTech. Like I said, we were going to price them anyways, but the dealership gave us a deal on them. So this is the trunk, and then you also have like your tire area here as well, your spare tire area.
And they flipped the tire that the dealer, their service guy Brian told us that Mitsubishi designed this like this so you can even put some tools or something down in there. So, they were thinking ahead.
They also have this little compartment in the back seat. so you can kind of see through there. So if you have anything kind of long in your trunk, you have the option to flip that down, and you can either, one, put it through there if you want, or if you want to sit in the back with the cup holders, you can put that in there, and you have cup holders in the middle.
There was a cup holders there, but these seats for this little version, for frame rigidness, they do not come down. You can only come down with the centerpiece on it, and for safety for the car. And you know, that's what they that's how they designed the little Mirages.
Yep. So the gas tank is pretty small.
9 gallons
but
or so.
For the amount of
range we get with
range
it.
you get, you don't really have to fill it up very often, and it's not
a rear view camera, which is sort of slick on a little bitty car.
not super bad to fill up. I'm gonna look and see if it gives us an actual.
I want to say it was 9 gallons, but yeah, look it up. The engine oil capacity on this thing is 2.9 gallons, and and yeah. But this is, you know, that I was doing on the forum. I seen some stuff online about like Chevy Sparks, and the Spark might be a little more, you know, even more defined as this little guy. But again, our main selling point, we were looking at the lifetime powertrain warranty, and then they threw in the lifetime bumper to bumper. And you know, my goal is literally to run this thing 1 million plus miles. And yo, Mitsubishi's on the hook, and this is not going to their dealership, White Bear's dealership.
9.2 gallons.
9.2 gallons, Melissa said. But we show up at any Mitsubishi dealership, and then they said if there was nothing in the area, you go to a certified mechanic to do the work, and it's on Mitsubishi covers it. But I'll just take it to a freaking Mitsubishi dealership, you know. But psh.
Yeah, so this is the new little car that will get everybody around, and
just rack the bejesus out of it.
We'll work out for what we needed.
There's a good enough little grill here, so I will fab a LED light bar to it down there to give us, you know, the lights are pretty bright and stuff, but living on the sticks, if I can fab a LED and make it look clean back there, I definitely will, you know, we'll end up doing that. But yeah, here's a little walk around. You're not going to win any races with it, but it'll definitely do what you got to do. So if you're looking for a cheap car, we got 720 miles on it or so.
Can you shut it?
Yeah, you can shut it, boss. This one so far is fitting the bill. Goes right here, baby. Right in this notch. But yeah, so we'll be doing long-term reviews. They said that we could do the maintenance on it, and when you take it in, the dealership will know that, hey, you change your oil every 3,000 miles or you don't. You know, if there's an issue, they have no problem with anybody doing it, and if you want to maintain it yourself. So, like I said, we stumbled upon that lifetime, and I wish our Yukon had that. We had to buy extra for the Yukon, and you know, that's 10 years, 150,000 miles on the Yukon, but if they would have offered it, GM, we would have got it and stuff. So this little car is just our little walk around.
The other benefit too of the dealership is that you're not they were super low hassle, so that's awesome.
White Bear was awesome. I'd buy another car from them again if I was looking at this route. I told Melissa, I'm like, man, I'd love to get rid of my work car, but because I drive on gravel and get their little SUV, but unfortunately it's not in the books. I can't swing it, you know, and just the way it is. But yeah. So here's a little walk around, and thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, what the heck, trying to get the camera to be right. Zoop, sorry. Playing with the darn GoPro, and oh, no wonder. I'm on the gimbal here walking around, but just a quick walk around. This little thing should fit the bill. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and you know, have a great day, guys.